Okay. Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are fine and safe. So today, see day two, class 8. Eighth class English. In the first video, I have just introduced textbook. In the first video, I introduced textbook and its contents. I mean, 6 years and their contents, A, B, C readings clearly. In this video, day 2, I am going to explain the first unit titled Family, and the first year reading, The Tattered Blanket, written by Kamala Das. Right? So all of you get ready with your textbooks and notebooks. Right. The first video, I think I asked you to write textbook meanings. In the last video, I asked you to write all these textbook meanings. Like you should keep the heading like this. Unit 1, its title, year reading, here, meanings. You should write this meaning. I think you wrote the meanings in your notebook. Look at the first meaning once. Futile, F-U-T-I-L-E. Futile means unsuccessful. A trial or something unsuccessful, not getting success. And huddled means held arms and legs closed because of fear or cold, especially when we afraid of something or someone, or when we get severe cold in winter season. We huddle by dragging our legs and hands very close to our body. And reluctantly, it's very, very important meaning. Reluctantly means here not willingly, unwillingly to do something, uninterested, or having no interest to do something is called reluctantly. Screwing up eyes. Screwing up eyes means here narrowing the eyes to look more carefully. See, we screw up our eyes, especially in the darkness. See, in the darkness we can't be able to see properly. That's why we screw our eyes to have a good look at something or someone. So, on toes. On toes is an idiom. It's not a meaning. It's an idiom. See, it means busy or ready to work. Always busy. And mumbling. Very important meaning is also. Speaking unclearly or quietly. See, when some people speak, we can't hear. It is unclear. We have to focus more concentration so that we can understand. So, mumbling means speaking very quietly that no one could listen, or not listen, no one could hear what we talk, what we speak. And exasperatedly, very annoyed. Exasperatedly means here, very annoyed by others' activities or by others' words. Annoyed means getting angry someone to do. And Kesariyogam is a Malayalam word, it's not an English word. It means a well-settled person. It is not an English word, it is a Malayalam word. Kesariyogam means well-settled, settled in a good position. Like next, tattered, this is the meaning, this is the word. Tattered means torn. Tattered means torn. Old became old and torn. And irritation, annoyance. Irritation means annoyance or angry. Right? So these are the meanings. First we have to look at the writer's introduction, Kamala Das. Open the textbook, page number 7. See, Kamala Das is the daughter of famous Malayalam poet. She is an internationally known poet, short story writer, novelist, who writes effortlessly both in English and Malayalam. She was a Malayalam writer, Malayalam writer short story writer, short story writer, poet, She wrote in both English and Malayalam. English and Malayalam. See, she wrote in two languages. One is her mother tongue, Malayalam, and one is an international language, English. So, and she was awarded, she has received many awards for her literary works. Some of them are Asian Poetry Prize, Kent Award for English Writing from Asian countries, Asian Board Prize, Sahitya Academy Award, and Vayala Ramavarma Sahitya Academy Award. We have a lot of awards mentioned in our textbook. So first of all, you should know that the lesson, The Tattered Blanket, was written by Malayalam poet Kamala Das. Kamala Das was a wonderful or very famous or popular poet, short story writer, and novelist also. I forgot to write novelist also. She wrote her languages, her writings in two languages. One is her mother tongue Malayalam, and the second one international language English. And she received many awards for her outstanding writings. So most of the awards were mentioned in our textbook. One of the best awards is, one of the most prestigious awards mentioned in our textbook is Sahitya Academy Award. Right? So just go through these introduction of Kamala Das. Right. We come to the first lesson. All of you have a look at this picture. Have a look at this picture. I think in the last class, in first video, I asked you to write 3 questions, I think. What is a family? How many types of families? What are they? Like nuclear family, small family, joint family, big family. So I think I asked you to write. I don't know whether you have written or not. You see, in this picture, here, this picture tells us a small family or nuclear family, this one. And this, a joint family or big family. You see, look at how many members are there in this small family or nuclear family. Just father, mother, children. Either one child or 2 children nowadays. So, nearly hardly 3 members or 4 members, that's it. It is a small family. But whereas coming to the second family, it's a big family, joint family. Here you can see parents, children, grandparents, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, joint family. Nearly more than 7 to 8, sometimes more than 10 persons also there in joint family. 2 families. Here, this lesson tells us, the tattered blanket tells us the importance of mother. Not only mother, but here according to the lesson, the importance of mother. But this total unit tells us the importance of old people. Old people, mother. The main characters are in this lesson Gopi, Vimala. See, both the wife and husbands, Amma, Gopi's son, Gopi's mother, not son, mother, Kamala. Gopi's widow sister. Gopi's widow sister. So these are the main characters in this lesson, the tattered blanket. Right? See the first character, Gopi, a government employee who works in the capital city of India, Delhi. Vimala, his life partner, she was the daughter of a collector, district collector. Amma, the main character, Gopi's mother, an old woman, an old mother who has lost her identification skills, recognition skills, hearing disability she might have. Sight problems also, eye viewing disability also she has. Both. She can't be able to see properly, she can't be able to hear properly. Because she was old, more than 80 years old, that's the problem. And Kamala, she was a widow sister of Gopi. She had lost her husband and she stayed with her mother because Gopi was staying in Delhi. Gopi was not at home. He was happy, he was very happy with his family in Delhi. But here at home in the village, both Amma and Kamala were there. So how Gopi reacts and what did Gopi do towards Amma and his sister Kamala, and what problems she was facing, both they were facing at the village. Look at that. I read. When he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside in his office car and got down at the gate, his mother, who was lying in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. See, when he arrived, he means here, who is he? He means Gopi. When he came to his village, unexpectedly, suddenly, without giving them information that he would come certain day, he did not inform them, Amma, sister, I'm coming next Sunday, I'm coming next Monday. He did not inform anything. Unexpectedly, suddenly, he came. He came to his village, which is located in the countryside. Countryside means, country mouse, town mouse. Countryside means village side. I mean, the place which is located far away from cities is called countryside. So he came to his village unexpectedly in his office car. He got down. He got down from the car. Got down at the gate. Then his mother, who is mother? Amma. See what she was doing when he got down from his car. She was lying. She was lying in an armchair. In an armchair means here. Armchairs used to be very popular, very famous in the olden days, in which especially old people rest for a long time. See, placing the hands like this and bending their back, and they relax, they get relaxed. So Amma was lying in an armchair. When he heard somewhat sound at the gate, she was, look at that, in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. Made a futile attempt to get up means here, futile means unsuccessful. Actually, she would like to see who has come. She would like to know who has come at the gate. She tried to get up from the armchair, but she was unable because she was more than 80 years of age, old woman. That's why her attempt to get up from the chair and go to the gate and see was unsuccessful. Right? And the second paragraph, Kamala. Who is Kamala? Gopi's sister. She was a widow. She was a widow. Widow means, widow. Look at it. Yeah. Widow means, a woman who has lost her husband. A woman who has lost her husband is called a widow. But a man who has lost his wife, called what? You should know that. See, a woman who has lost her husband is called a widow. Vidhava, not Vedava, Vidhava in Telugu, widow in English. In the same way, a man who has lost his wife is called what? That is opposite word of this one. You should know that. You can refer the dictionaries or you can ask someone who knows very well. See, next paragraph, Kamala. Kamala, there is somebody at the gate. She said, somebody is in the car. See, her mother, who was lying in the armchair, was unable to identify that somebody has come at the gate. That's why she called Kamala. Kamala, go there. Somebody has come. Somebody has come in the car. The car has stopped there. I heard. Go and see. She said, Kamala. She asked Kamala. Then Kamala, who is she? Her eldest daughter, a widow, who was sitting huddled up on the tina on the veranda, her head and ears covered with a thin bath towel, got up reluctantly and walked slowly to the gate and screwing up her eyes, peered into the darkness. Look at it. Peered. See. Peer means here look. Peer means looking. Looking continuously, looking concentratingly, looking attentively at something or someone. Right? Peer means looking. Look at it. Kamala, who is she? Her eldest daughter. Eldest. Older, oldest. Eldest. Here, eldest we use to talk about she is elder than Gopi. She is elder than Gopi. Kamala is, of course, Akka. He is brother Tambu. Right? Her eldest sister, look at that. Eldest sister, daughter, a widow. Widow means who has lost her husband recently, who was sitting huddled up on the tina. One more meaning. Tina. Tinna. Tina means it's a place. A place to sit on. Yeah, a place when we sit. Where we sit. A place where we sit. A place where we sit on the tina is on the veranda is called tina. Right? So look at that. See, Kamala, when mother asked Kamala to go and see there, that somebody has come. Kamala, who was eldest daughter of and widow, and who was sitting huddled. Huddled means here sitting on the knees, of course, dragging our hands and legs very close to our body when we get fear or when we get severe cold. That is called huddled. When she was huddling on the tina, on the veranda, her head was covered with, the head, both and ears were covered with a thin bath towel. She made a reluctant, it was barking. Right. She made a reluctant move. Reluctantly she got up. Reluctantly means here she did not want to get up and go to the gate and see who has come. She is not interested to go there. But Amma has asked. That's why she reluctantly walked slowly to the gate, and she was screwing up her eyes, peered into the darkness. I think Gopi came suddenly to his village in his office car at the night time, not daytime. Night time. That's why she was Kamala. When she went to the gate, she was peering into the darkness. She would like to know who has come. She was unable to see properly because of darkness. That's why she was peering or screwing up eyes into the darkness to look to see who has come. We'll see who has come in the next page. Look at it. She saw, when Kamala screwed up her eyes and peered into the darkness, she was able to see. Look at that. She saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man walking into the gate. Look at that. A bald. Let me erase. These are the characters. Right. Look at her. She saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man walking into the gate. Oh, Gopi, she said in her grating voice. Why this sudden unexpected visit? Kamala, who is it? Her mother asked loudly from the veranda. Gopi, the man said. There was a meeting in Thiruvananthapuram. I just dropped in on my way back. Who, Kamala? Who is it? There was a note of alarm in Amma's voice. Amma, why are you so scared? Kamala, Gopi's elder sister, asked her a little awkwardly, as if you are seeing Gopi for the first time. Amma, it's me. It's Gopi, your son, he said again. He bent down and brought his face close to her wrinkled cheeks and said, Amma, it's me. Gopi, Kamala, I can't believe it. Has his school closed for vacation? That's it. See, Kamala saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man. Middle-aged. A bald, fat, middle-aged man walking into the gate. Look at it. See, middle-aged man. This is a noun. All of you underline the sentence. Underline the sentence. I'll explain the grammar from that. See, she saw in the darkness. The bald, bald means you having no hair, ground on the heads. Losing of lot of hair. Bald means there is a ground on the head. A bald, fat fellow, middle-aged man, nearly 40 or 40 plus years of age. Man was walking into the gate. Kamala saw him. Then Kamala was surprised. Oh, Gopi, you are really? Why this sudden unexpected visit? You haven't informed us. You haven't intimated us that you are coming today. Why this sudden unexpected visit? Then from the veranda, who has been attentively observing the conversation between these two, asked Kamala. Kamala, who is it? Who has come? Who has come in the car? She asked very loudly from the veranda. Gopi, the man said. See, Gopi, Kamala, who is it? Her mother asked loudly from the veranda. Gopi, the man said, there was a meeting in Thiruvananthapuram. I just dropped in one on my way back. See, when Kamala asked this, Gopi, the man said, it's me, Gopi. See, this is not a sudden visit. Of course, I didn't inform you, but see, I had a meeting at Thiruvananthapuram. After the meeting was over, I just had to plan to visit here once. That's why I was unable to inform you. Who? Kamala, who is it? There was a note of alarm in Amma's voice. Amma's voice, alarm means here, she was eager to know who has come. She was listening to the conversation between Kamala and Gopi, but she was unable to see who has exactly come there. That's why there was an alarm in her voice. Loudly she was asking, eagerly she was asking, anxiously she was asking, curiously she was asking, Kamala, who is it? Who has come? Whom are you talking to? Right. Then, Kamala got somewhat angry because many times she asked, Kamala, who is it? Who has come? To whom you are talking? When she was asking like this, Kamala got somewhat annoyed. She got some irritation. Amma, why are you so scared these days? She said, asked her a little awkwardly. Ma, why are you asking always, Kamala, who has come? Who has come? Why are you asking always? Why are you so scared? Nothing here to be scared. Nothing here. You see, Gopi, you are talking like Amma, you are talking, you are asking as if you are seeing your son Gopi for the first time. What is this? She got somewhat irritation. But here, even though Amma couldn't understand who has exactly come, look at that. Amma, it's me, Gopi, he said again. Amma, you need not to ask me again and again who has come. Amma, it's me, your son, Gopi, your son. Then, yeah, he bent down and brought his face close to her wrinkled cheeks. Amma, it's me. Even though he says, Amma, it's me, your son Gopi, she could not be able to recognize. You can understand. Why couldn't she, of course, why couldn't Amma recognize Gopi immediately? In spite of he says many times, Amma, it's me, Gopi, it's me, your son. Because she might have lost her identification skills, recognition skills, hearing ability, disability she has, vision loss also she has. Because she was just 80 years of old age. That's why. So, see, to make himself, he wanted to let her know who has exactly come. That's why he bent down very close to mother, looking looking into the face of the mother very closely, and he was telling that, Amma, it's me, your son. Do you recognize me? He went very close to her wrinkled face. You know, wrinkle means here folding, wrinkle. Wrinkled face. Wrinkled face means here the face which has foldings. Wrinkle means here foldings. See, she was 80 years of age, so her skin was folded. There was stiffness in her face. That's why wrinkles. You see, we get wrinkles when we become old. Of course, we are stiff, very strong, very plain, very frail we are. But when we are getting older, day by day, our skin also gets foldings. They are called as wrinkles. Right, we'll continue. So, Gopi, Kamala, I can't believe it. Has his school closed for vacation? See, she gave a sudden surprise to him. See, to make his mother realize or identify who has come, he bent down very close to her mother's wrinkled face and say, Amma, it's me, it's Gopi, your son. She was unable to identify. Moreover, she made him surprised. Kamala, what is this? Has his school closed for vacation? That means, is he on vacation? Do you know the meaning of the sentence, has his school closed for vacation? I mean, schools have announced summer holidays. That's why he came. She thought Gopi was studying school. She forgot that Gopi completed her education and got job in Delhi, and she was married, and he had children, and he was working very busy. He was earning money. He became a settled person. Of course, Kesari Yogam in Delhi, she forgot. She was unable to call back. That's why, Kamala, what is this? He has come now. It's Gopi. Has a school closed for vacations. Then everybody surprised. Gopi surprised. Just a minute. Then see the reaction of Gopi and Kamala. Look at that. Where is that? Yeah. Amma is often like this these days. She doesn't recognize anybody. Gopi's sister explained. But sometimes her memory is quite sharp. Then she asked me if you have sent any letter. I tell her everything is fine with you, Vimala and the kids. What is the point of telling her that you haven't written for a year? Poor thing. I wouldn't dream of making her unhappy. See, Gopi, you have witnessed, you have seen how how Amma behaves like in these days. Amma behaves like this in these days. She can't recognize, she can't identify, she can't call back, recall her memory. But sometimes her memory power was superb, quite sharp. Every time she asked me, if you write letters every day or every week regularly, do you know the poor thing is? The worst thing is, you have stopped writing letters to us many days ago. Even though you are not writing letters to us regularly, I always tell mother when she asks me about your letters, I always tell her that you write letters to us regularly because I don't want to see Amma unhappy. See, if I say Amma that you are not writing letters, you are completely neglecting us, especially Amma, she may feel ill. That's why I don't want to see Amma unhappy. That's why to make her happy, even though you are not writing letters, even though you are busy with your family, with your work, with your children, I tell her that you are writing regularly. Because the one and only reason why she was lying, why Kamala was lying to her mother about the writing of letters by Gopi, the one and only reason is making Amma very happy. She did not want to see her Amma unhappy. That's the true thing. You forgot us. You forgot your Amma. You neglected. Then see. He was giving explanation about for the question asked by Kamala. You see, sister Kamala, I got a promotion last year. After that, I'm always on my toes. And there are tools quite often. I don't get any time to write letters. Yeah, that's the reason. He got promotion last year. Gopi got promotion last year. That's why he had been on toes. We have, it is a textbook meaning. On toes means very busy. Since I got promotion last year, I had been very, very busy always. Now and then, I have tours, I have trips to somewhere, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, Delhi, Karnataka, all around India. I have meetings here and there. That's why I didn't get any time to write letters to you. That's why. Don't worry, sister. Don't make me. Don't misbelieve me. That's the only reason. He gave his explanation. He says that he didn't get any time to write letters to his mother. Wow, what a reason! What a wonderful reason! By her beloved son. Look at. Why don't you ask Vimala to write? Or doesn't she write? Doesn't she get any time to? Okay, brother. Okay, Gopi. You didn't get any time to write letters because you got promotion. We have been very busy. That's very nice. What about Vimala? Your wife. Vimala, what about Vimala? Didn't she get any time to write letters for us? Was she busy along with you? She asked the question. Who is Vimala? Vimala is the wife of Gopi and daughter of district collector. Then he was giving another explanation. See? What are you mumbling over there? Amma said down. So they were conversating. They were conversating with each other. He asked some questions, she gives some replies. She asked some questions, he gives some replies. So when they were talking together from the veranda, unable to hear what they were talking, and it seems to be mumbling. You know, mumbling means here talking very quietly so that no one could hear near us. Amma asked, see, what are you mumbling over there? Amma said loudly. Then I heard somebody come in the car. Who is it? Amma was still there. Amma was still there with the first question. Kamala, I heard very clearly that a car has come. I heard the sound. Somebody got down. Who is he? She was still with the same question. Then See, look at that. Yeah, I told you it's Gopi. But Gopi is Delhi, isn't he? I told you, Amma, Kamala says. I told you, Amma, many times, it's Gopi, it's your son, it's our brother, my brother. Then Amma's reply, look at that. But Gopi is in Delhi, isn't he? You see, Amma memorizes. Amma memorized that Gopi settled in Delhi. He was a government employee. He was busy. He settled in Delhi. That's why he asked me, oh, Gopi, why is it here? Why is he here? He's in Delhi, isn't he? Amma asked. Amma asked Kamala, look at that. Yes, Amma, it's me. I come from Delhi, he said. Then Gopi got a chance. Amma, it's me, your son, your beloved son. I have come from Delhi. And then, who did Gopi marry? Amma said, suddenly lowering her voice. I mean, what's his wife's name? Don't you say you have forgotten her name too? Don't you remember? It's Vimala, district collector Navya's elder daughter, Gopi's sister said. Oh, Gopi. Who did Gopi marry to? Who is the wife? What's the wife's name? Then Kamala, don't you recognize? You couldn't recognize Gopi. You couldn't understand. You couldn't call back your memory. Gopi was married to Vimala. Vimala was the eldest daughter of district collector's Navya's daughter. Don't you recognize? Don't you remember? Kamala asked her. Right. See. Where is that? Yeah. Oh, I forgot the name. Was there a letter from Gopi today? Again she comes back to her first question. Again she comes back to her memory. See, in the beginning, Kamala told, most of the time she behaves foolishly. I mean, not foolishly. We should not call it foolishly. Due to her age, over age. She might have forgotten. She might not be able to recognize or identify people, unable to hear, unable to see properly. Because of her age, we should not call it foolishness. But sometimes her memory was quite sharp. This is by this we can understand. So look at that. Oh, I forgot the name of Gopi's wife. Kamala, was there a letter from Gopi today? Has he written a letter today? There was. He writes every day. Then Kamala lies again. Says lies again. Yeah, there is a letter today. I have just received. He writes every day without fail. He doesn't neglect us, ma. He writes every day. Even though Gopi was not writing letters to them regularly, she says lies. She says that he writes every day because of the only reason to make her Amma happy. She did not want to see Amma happy. No, unhappy. Then, see, I'm terribly upset if I don't get a letter from him every day. Kamala, you know everything. I love my son very much. I love him. He's a small guy. To me, he's a small kid, even though he is married and became a father of 2 or 3 or 4. Even if I don't get a letter from him every day, I'm not feeling happy. I feel unhappy. See, he knows it. That's why he writes every day. My son knows he's a good son. See, really foolish mother, not foolish mother, innocent mother. Innocent mother thinks like it. No, he knows about me very well. He does not want to make me unhappy. That's why, without fail, he writes to me letters every day. He asks me, he never forgets me. He has a lot of love upon me. He is a small guy for me. He never stops writing letters to me. He writes every day. Yeah. Look at the way she talks. Gopi's sister turned to him. Just as I told you. You know nothing about what's going on here, do you? See, Gopi, you have just seen the way how she behaves, the way how she talks. She doesn't recognize. She doesn't hear. She doesn't see properly. Sometimes her memory power was quite superb. See? Innocent. Pichama. Pichir Baba. She believes in you. She loves you very much. She thinks that you write her every day. See? What happens to her? She becomes unhappy. She feels unhappy if you don't write letters. Then, who is that? Amma said again. Who is that in that car? Again. She was still at the first question. Kamala, who is that? Somebody has come in a car. Who is in that car? She asked. Then Gopi got irritation, of course. It's me, Gopi said. I had to come to Thiruvananthapuram. I thought I should drop in to see Amma. Who is Amma? What is her name? Where does she live? Is it far away from here? Then she made him surprised second time. Amma, it's me. I have come from Delhi to see you. I had a meeting at Thiruvananthapuram. After the meeting was over, I have come here to see you. Amma, it's me, your son Gopi. Amma, Gopi. Who is Amma? What is her name? Where does she live? Is the place where she lives is far away from here? Is it too far from here? Where does she live? What's her name? Who is the Amma? Amma asked Gopi. See, what's the reaction of Gopi? Yeah, look at that. No, it's quite near. I don't know how I can bring her. I can bring back her memory. Gopi's sister said to him exasperatedly. See, exasperatedly means here getting angry, getting annoyed with somebody's activities or behavior or words. Even though Gopi Kamala says, who has come? Kamala says, it's Gopi, your son, who has come from Delhi to see you. Gopi himself says that I'm your son, Ma. I have come from Delhi to see you. Even though she she was unable to recognize. Moreover, she asked different questions. Then Kamala got exasperated, annoyed. Kamala got annoyed. See, look at that. I don't know what to do to bring her memory back. I always try. See, brother, this is the way, how she behaves, how she talks. See, Gopi placed his briefcase on the thinner. He opened it and pulled out the contents. Clothes, fines, and a shaving set. Then, of course, he thought that it was of no use. Gopi thought that it was of no use of telling her, it's me, Amma, Gopi, I have come from Delhi, I had a meeting at Thiruvananthapuram. He thought that it is of no use of telling her again and again. Then he placed his briefcase on the thinner, on the veranda. He opened it and took out all the contents it